tranquil backdrop in Reedy Creek, a complete contrast to the book we will be reviewing, Diamonds, written and illustrated by the multi-award-winning Armin Greder. The story shadows a young, inquisitive Carolina's haunting dream, where her African nanny Armina is subjected to harrowing slave labour. Unlike many children's stories that have a happy ending, Diamond's artistic perspective sends a scarring message about repression in the diamond trade industry. As we skim through the first 3 pages of the book, we notice that the literary and language features are written entirely as dialogue between Carolina and her pretentious mother. The curious Carolina is always asking questions about the diamonds in her mama's ear, while her mama replies in abrupt, simple sentences, symbolizing her coldness and narcissism. The remaining pages are void of text and instead tell the story by capturing the devastation and greed of the diamond trade through charcoal pastel drawings. The proximity between the 3 participants silently describes the relationships between these characters. Young Carolina feels security and trust as portrayed with a subtle touch of Armina's hand, whereas the mother is isolated and comforted only by the riches she wears. These 2 pages combine to show movement, directing the viewer's eyes from left to right, showing the actions of Armina's arduous labour. Acting as a timeline with the clever use of grayscale and facial emotions, the images depict a story without the necessity for words. The style of illustrative storytelling entices the reader to pause and think as they soak in the emotions of the author's artwork. The overwhelming dark tones and shades of the men exhibit a type of menacing evil. Their posture and fixed gaze upon each other denotes power and authority. Let's take a look at the visual representation between these characters. The slaver is spatially pictured as a much larger, menacing looking man, looking over the 3 slaves. Also, the slaver, like the 2 men on the previous page, is heavily shaded in black, outlining his evil nature and absolute power over the slaves. The distinct dark shades saturate the pages over a plain white backdrop, drawing focus to the actions between the mother and uncle. This is the first and only time in the story the mother is seen smiling, her pronounced delight at receiving another diamond. Finally, the purple box, the only identifiable colour on the page, denotes royalty and Mama's obvious desire for wealth. This dark and disturbing story, although pessimistic, sends a deafening message of the events that happens behind closed doors. A deeper meaning lies in the book titled Diamonds, that being that the high price of diamonds comes at a high price for those who mine them.